All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're exploring the tools, the history, and the actual health realities behind personal grooming. Because whether you're stepping into a brand new career, maybe re-entering the workforce, or honestly just trying to figure out the why behind your morning routine, we're going to break it all down. We'll look at the biology of hair, the chemistry of makeup, and how you can confidently navigate professional appearance standards without ever compromising your health.
So, here's our quick roadmap. We're covering normalizing bodies, hair removal tools, the danger triangle, men's facial hair, makeup history and hygiene, and we'll wrap up with cosmetic chemistry. Let's get going.
Before we get into the weeds, I really want you to think about this. What does your daily mirror routine actually say about you? In the professional world, the choices we make, our facial hair, our skin, our makeup, or, hey, the choice to wear no makeup at all, they all act as a visual language. They signal maturity, attention to detail, or how we fit into a specific workplace culture. But at the end of the day, behind all those signals are just real human bodies. And you know that is exactly where we need to start.
Section 1. Normalizing your natural body. Your face tells your story. Look, we get so caught up in these heavily airbrushed, unrealistic standards. But real human biology, it's wonderfully diverse. I want to be exceptionally clear about this right off the bat, because there is just way too much unnecessary shame out there. Women growing facial hair, men who can't grow full beards. Both of these are 100% normal variations in human biology. Honestly, hormonal shifts, like what happens after menopause when estrogen drops, very frequently cause facial hair for women. It's totally normal. And on the flip side, for guys, beard density is pretty much just genetics. If you're a man who can't grow a thick beard, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Neither of these are appearance defects. Zero shame required.
Now, while this explainer obviously isn't medical advice, it is so vital to listen to your body. Sometimes things like a sudden increase in hair growth can be linked to conditions like PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome. And we really shouldn't view that as a flaw. Think of it more like a helpful signal from your body. If you're getting new signals like that, the most empowering thing you can do is just consult a doctor or a dermatologist.
Section 2. Tools for hair removal, autonomy, and options. Okay, so if you do choose to modify your body hair for work, or honestly just because you want to, you've got options, and they basically split into two camps. First, we have depilation. That's surface removal, so things like shaving or using those chemical hair removal creams. Then, on the other side, we have epilation. That's removing the entire hair straight from the root, so think waxing, tweezing, or electrolysis. Let's quickly weigh these out. Shaving is super fast and cheap. And let's just bust a huge myth right now. Shaving does not make your hair grow back thicker or darker. It really doesn't. It just feels blunt when it grows back in. Threading is incredibly precise, usually for eyebrows, and you might also hear about semi-permanent microblading for that too. Waxing, that gives you weeks of smoothness, but you definitely run the risk of ingrown hairs. For longer-term stuff, lasers reduce growth quite a bit, but electrolysis is actually the only method recognized by the FDA as completely permanent, though it does take a lot of sessions to get there.
Moving to Section 3, the danger triangle and health, where grooming meets systemic health.
So grooming isn't just about looking good. And this is fascinating. The center of your face is uniquely connected to your brain and your bloodstream. You might have heard it called the danger triangle, or even the triangle of death, which, yes, sounds incredibly dramatic, but it's a real anatomical thing. It's the area from the corners of your mouth right up to the bridge of your nose. The veins here are unusual because they don't have valves, and they communicate directly with the cavernous sinus right inside your skull. Because of this specific plumbing, aggressively plucking hairs, rough waxing, or popping pimples with dirty hands can actually introduce a rare but super serious retrograde infection that travels backward toward the brain.
And guess what else lives in that danger zone? Your mouth. This is absolutely critical. Oral health is whole body health. If you have a dental issue, like a neglected tooth infection, it doesn't just hang out in your mouth. It can actually spread into your jawbone and directly into your bloodstream. This is exactly why staying updated on standard public health measures, like the HPV vaccine, is so important for protecting both your oral and systemic health. Seeing a dentist isn't just about getting a nice professional smile. It's literally about protecting your life. Because the risks here, while rare, are no joke. We're talking about conditions like cavernous sinus thrombosis, meningitis, or even infective endocarditis, which is an infection of the heart directly linked to poor oral hygiene. So brushing, flossing, washing your face gently, it's not just interview prep. You are actively protecting your heart and your overall health. Treat the center of your face with a lot of respect. Section 4. Styling men's facial hair. Professional signaling.
So guys, what is your facial hair signaling to employers before you even shake their hand? Whether you rock a corporate beard, a little stubble, a mustache, or you're totally clean-shaven, your style is a professional signal, and it really depends on your industry. A trendy, creative agency might absolutely love a massive full beard. But if you're in the culinary world or you have a job requiring a safety respirator, you might be required to be clean-shaven. And remember, a clean shave is a perfectly sharp, highly professional choice, especially if a full beard just isn't in your genetic cards.
If you are growing it out, the upkeep is just as important as the style itself. Washing, trimming to show you actually meant to style it that way, and moisturizing, these show maturity. Beard oil is a game changer here because it hydrates the skin underneath, stopping that itchy, flaky stuff people call beard rough. Oh, and a quick tip if you shave. Always shave with the grain and try not to pull your skin too tight. That really helps prevent painful razor bumps and ingrown hairs, which are super common if you have curly hair. And hey, if you treat yourself to a barber, just make sure they're sterilizing their tools to protect your skin from infections.
Section 5. Makeup history and hygiene. Breaking stigmas and staying safe.
Makeup is another incredibly powerful tool for creating a polished professional look, but we really need to break down the weird stigmas around it. Makeup has literally never been an exclusively female thing. It is a human tool. Go way back to 3100 BCE. Ancient Egyptian pharaohs and everyday people of all genders wore heavy kohl eyeliner. It cut the desert sun glare and actually had antimicrobial stuff in it to fight eye infections. Fast forward, we see rock stars making guy liner a whole vibe. And today, it's an industry standard for men in television, film, and photography to wear makeup to even out their skin. It's just a tool, folks, for anyone.
But if you're gonna use this tool, hygiene is non-negotiable. Seriously, never share products, wash your brushes, swap out your mascara every few months. Why? Because old makeup and dirty brushes are basically a 5-star hotel for bacteria. And where are we usually putting this makeup? Right over that danger triangle we talked about. Keeping your makeup kit clean is quite literally keeping your face safe from infection.
Section 6. Understanding cosmetic chemistry. Informed, not fearful.
Let's get a little scientific for a second and look at what is actually inside these cosmetics and nail polishes. We need to talk about ingredients. Certain chemicals in these products are flagged as endocrine-disrupting chemicals. Basically, they can mess with your hormones, your metabolism, and your reproductive systems. The big ones to look out for are phthalates, which sneakily hide on labels under the catch-all word fragrance, along with parabens and PFAS, which you might have heard on the news called forever chemicals.
Now, it's pretty fascinating to see how differently this is handled around the world. We're not taking sides, just looking at the landscape. The European Union takes a really strict approach, outright banning a lot of these phthalates in cosmetics because of toxicity concerns. Meanwhile, the US FDA monitors the products, but their current stance is that many of these are okay, considering some low-dose exposures to be safe for us. The science on real-world low-dose exposure is actually still heavily debated by the experts. So look, there is absolutely no need to panic and go dump your entire bathroom cabinet in the trash, but reading labels gives you the power. You can actively lower your exposure by just looking for products that proudly say phthalate-free or paraben-free. You're in the driver's seat of what goes on your skin.
So the most crucial takeaway from all of this, the absolute core of what we're talking about today, is that whether you're shaving, growing out a massive beard, getting your brows threaded, or rocking a full face of makeup, your personal health has to come first. No passing trend, no impossible beauty standard, and definitely no workplace expectation is ever worth risking a severe infection or a long-term health issue.
As we wrap this explainer up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Look however you want to look. You are fantastic exactly as you are. But as you step out there and own your professional power, ask yourself this: are your daily grooming habits serving your career goals while truly protecting your whole body health? Keep asking questions, stay informed, and always put yourself first. Thanks so much for joining me today.